Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Hello.
That's it?
I'm not meant to be here, but I am.
Spider-Ben does whatever a Hack the Dino.
Floppy looks the same as usual.
And here we are. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Hack the Dino Gaming Cast. I'm one of your hosts, Ben Rosenthal, the self-proclaimed... I usually come up with something here. Dude. The self-proclaimed dude. Here I am, sitting here on the couch with my butt. Joining me is not Floppy. You may have heard him... What?
What are you talking about? Floppy's totally here.
You may have heard him talking over the intro. You may have heard him. It's Anto, our social media guru.
Hello.
Hi, Anto. Why are you here?
I don't know. You're supposed to tell me what happened to Floppy because I have no idea.
Yeah. So usually, look, I have to be a little bit serious. Usually, I make a bit of a joke about how Floppy has explosive diarrhea. And that, you know, he's not here because he's just pooping out all his intestines. So, all right, clearly I'm being silly.
Scarf.
Clearly that's not it. Floppy isn't here because he has diarrhea of the pee hole. So it's not actually out the butt. It's out the front. And it's coming out with such a force. He's just flying around the room like that because it's just streaming out like a jet.
Yeah, it's like that scene in The Martian where he punches a hole in his glove and flies around in space, except Floppy's doing it from the wang.
That's right. So, yes, diarrhea, as Michael Townsend in the live chat is talking about. But we've also got our Millennial Falcon, Braden Dixon, here.
Hello.
What's going on, brave man?
Yep.
Braden.
Brave man.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Nailed it. Did an excellent job with that one. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to talk about video games.
Video games. But if you would like to see what else we get up to, you can head on over to hackthedino.com. There you can find all our social stuff. You can find links to twitch.tv/hackthedino or youtube.com/hackthedino. All the oxen free. I got stuck in a loop then. Anyway, go to hackthedino.com, catch all our stuff, podcasts, blah, blah, blah. My God, this has been an awful intro. Let's jump straight into other things.
Dylan's apologizing to Braden. I have a feeling he's chosen a bunch of songs that he knows I'm going to get.
Oh, most certainly, yes.
But, I do have to have a reminder to you all. Head on over to bit.ly/2021dino so you can vote in the end of year awards. That's right, the Hack the Dino end of year awards are coming your way and you get to vote in them in such categories such as Game of the Year, Most Graphics, What Point Did Blue Point Screw Up, Favorite Presenter, which I'm losing rather badly at the moment. Thanks, guys. And gals, and everyone in between.
Do I count as a presenter even though I've only done it twice?
Oh, well, people have voted for you, so yeah.
Shit. That's cool.
So bit.ly/2021dino. They can see it in the live Twitch chat right now. Be sure to head over there. Vote. My ego really needs boosting. I know, believe it or not. It just needs a little bit of a... Floppy's kicking everyone's butt, basically. But there is a section where you can vote for you. Yes, you, the viewer. All right, what have we been playing? Because Floppy's not here, he wanted to point out that he'd finished Gris. Little Hope. I don't know what that is.
That's the Man and Medan sequel.
Oh, right. Yeah, you
Dark
talked about that
Pictures.
last show, yeah.
I think it's cool.
And he's played more Guardians. Braden, you've said you've actually played something.
I have actually played something for once, and I'm very excited to get my hands on Guardians at some point.
Right.
Once I'm actually done with uni work. But I have been playing a little game that some people might recognize the second it appears on the screen because it has quite a unique visual style.
Oh.
And that is Return of the Obra Dinn.
Yes, Braden.
Hey.
Yes.
So Michaela and I sat down and we played. Oh, apparently YouTube didn't want to play it, but we played it. We did quite terribly. Apparently our internet is just not having it on YouTube
No, it's
today,
not.
which is weird. But it is such a good game and is on such a whole nother level compared to where Michaela and I were at with it. And when it got to the end of it, because at the end of it, the guy like you once you find all the things that you need to find, and the guy's like, hey, like you can come down now. And Michaela and I were like, oh, okay, this must be the next part of the story.
No spoilers, Brad.
Don't hop on the boat if you're not done. That's all I'll say. Don't hop on the boat if you're not done, because Michaela and I did, thinking it was going to continue the story, and it just the game ended and it said you did terribly, and we were like, oh shit, damn it, we screwed it up. So then it does let you go back and like go to just before you hopped on the boat, so you can continue trying to solve all the stuff. But it is an absurdly good game.
It's great, isn't it? I've got this on the Switch.
Yeah,
love it.
Yeah, we played it on Switch, and it is just it's a stellar game, and we 100% get why people raved about it so much. Because like it's tough, but when you do get something, the sheer joy that you get once you've got something correct is fantastic.
Yeah, a puzzle game, but a really strong narrative to go along with it, and a narrative that's slowly revealed as you solve the puzzles.
Yeah, the reveals in this game are next level. Like we're only playing the very, very start of the game because there are massive spoilers, and you don't want those reveals ruined for you. So if you haven't had this game ruined for you yet, like go pick it up.
And the fact you've got that book as well, and you are physically flipping through it to find out where it goes, and putting that name to that face, and I know that name.
And like, there's so many little things that you can find. Like, oh my god, it's just ridiculous. It's excellent. It's excellent. It's a very, very well made game. Lucas Pope crushed it. I liked Papers, Please, and he.
Oh, it's done by the guy who did Papers, Please.
Yeah,
that's so good.
And it is just excellent.
So for Game Boy Dad in the chat, the game is called Return to Obra Dinn.
Return of the Obra Dinn.
Of the Obra Dinn, sorry. You play an insurance man.
You do play an insurance man.
But he's a detective.
I was 100% convinced when you first put up the footage that it was like a glitchy video of the old point-and-click Titanic game on PC.
Oh my god.
So, Anto...
but yeah, we also didn't play it in the normal Macintosh setting.
Oh, you didn't?
We actually played it in one of the other ones because we found that it was a bit nicer on the eyes, especially on the Switch. That might also just be our young take, because we didn't play games back when they used to look like this.
Yeah.
We most certainly did not play it in that color, but it's really good. It's really, really damn
that's
good.
So cool.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
That's a convincing. I'm gonna go pick that up now.
Was on special last week, I think. So if you got a time machine, be sure to head back and grab that for cheaper. It'll be on. Just favorite. It'll come on again. Yeah. Anto, what have you been playing?
Well, true to form. Not a whole lot.
Good.
That's not true to form. I play a lot of games. But this week I've mainly been playing Clone Hero. Doing a little bit of streaming.
What is Clone Hero?
So it's a reverse engineered Guitar Hero, I guess, clone. Which, thanks to massive fan input and development, has every Guitar Hero licensed release song library, including all DLC, available for free.
Wow.
There's probably some sort of grey area.
No, I'm sure it's fine.
There.
No, that's not a problem.
Yeah, it's essentially Frets on Fire, but better, because it has proper Guitar Hero controller support if you have the right adapters or Bluetooth settings, and a Wii remote. It's a good time. So I spend a lot of time doing this.
Can you put it free?
Yeah, can you put in your own songs? Like, to people like... Because one that I've always wanted to do is You've Got the Touch from the Transformers animated film. And I really want to play that, because I reckon that'd be a really good Guitar Hero song to rock out to.
I actually played... the first time I streamed this, I played the theme from the original Transformers movie.
Nice.
That's available on there as well.
Awesome.
But yeah, that's what I mainly have been up to.
So on PC?
Yeah, PC, Mac, and if you're meticulous enough, Android.
615 songs.
Look at Brayden. He's salivating.
This is great. I loved Guitar Hero back in the day, so...
Yeah, I've been playing a heck of a lot of this. I've noticed when I don't play it for months at a time, I get better at it. So that's always fun. I've got, I think, 3,600 and odd songs to play on it. So, yeah. But apart from this, I played a little bit of Halo Infinite, because the multiplayer released early.
As part of the 20th anniversary.
Yep.
That was so fun watching that, because I was watching the rumor boards come out over on Reddit, and they were starting to leak all these things, like, oh, this is happening, You could see it in real time.
Yeah.
Them getting all the information, then it dropped, and that was great. What do you think so far?
I won my first few matches, so I was like, oh yeah, this is great. I remember how to play Halo. And then I got destroyed consistently for about 4 hours once the sweaty tryhards found out that it was alive, and the people who used to play Halo professionally or like a lot came online. It's still really, really good fun. It's fast-paced. It captures the spirit of Halo 2 and 3 multiplayer, but kind of doesn't at the same time because it's much faster-paced, in my opinion. It feels like Halo, just quicker. And I don't know if that's something that a lot of people will adjust to, or...
Surely they will.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a little bit harder for, obviously, non-keyboard and mouse players.
Very much so. I mean, it's already the most played and most downloaded Xbox title on Steam.
Yep.
And it did that in under 24 hours. So it's doing well. And when the campaign comes out, I'm sure it'll do even better. But yeah, it's just a really, really good time. It's fun. There's not really much else to say. It's Halo, but more. That's pretty much it.
That's pretty good. Halo, but more.
Yeah.
That's a box quote.
The box quote, Halo, but more. I mean, infinite, you know. Yeah, other than that, we started playing Breath of the Wild again. Coda and I, my partner, decided we would give it another shot because we've finished it multiple times.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Switch over to the Japanese subtitles, Japanese audio.
We could
So much better. So much better acting. Just put the subtitles off, especially if you finished it. Hearing the Japanese voice actors go through it.
It's just more emotion.
Yeah. It's
It's
so much
like
better.
the Japanese audio for Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII.
What
It's
is,
just
this
so
isn't
much
Breath
better.
of the Wild. Where's this?
This is some like
It's a 4K
fan made.
Yeah, I was going to
8K
say
mod.
that's not the Switch,
No, it's some fan made 8K mod.
because that's the lost. That'd be the
Court
the
Forest.
Yeah, and that does not run that smoothly,
No, it does not.
nor look that pretty. Yeah. Oh, you having fun with that?
Yeah. Again, you know, we finished it a couple of times. Coda's 100%ed the thing previously.
Even the Koroks?
Not the Koroks, no.
See, it's not 100% then.
Temples, shrines, whatever you want to call them.
No, it's not 100%.
Okay, fine. 95%.
She needs the golden poop.
She doesn't need the golden poop.
You need to get the golden poop.
That's why we decided we didn't want to do that.
No, that's what Floppy's got.
Yeah.
That's
Except it's
right.
coming out of his
Out
wang.
the front. Yeah, that's right. The golden poop.
And yeah, apart from Breath of the Wild, the other stuff I've been doing is Stardew Valley.
Yes.
Because it is super wholesome, and I find it's actually easier to get into and play and sink time into than Animal Crossing, which might be controversial.
Have you played the DLC?
I haven't,
I
because when I got my Switch OLED, I forgot about the whole island transfer process, and because I traded in my original Switch,
Oh, no.
I lost my island and all my time and all my stuff and all my
Oh,
money.
no.
So I started again,
Oh, no.
and I haven't had the will to get past the first week and get the museum and do all that stuff again. So I just
time
haven't
travel.
gone back to it.
Just time travel. Screw
Yeah,
it.
I'm going.
not?
But yeah, Stardew Valley's it's my go-to happy place as far as a video game is concerned. It's everything Animal Crossing is, but 2D and pixely, which I think I prefer. And there's just so much to do, and you can chew through so many in-game days so quickly that it's just, you feel like you're making a lot more progress. Even though it's not really a game about making progress, you know, it's just about farming. And living the easy country life, which is great. But yeah,
Well, I've actually had time to play games as well. So I was very excited and jumped into Unpacking, which is on
I'm very excited to hear about this.
Xbox Game Pass. This game is freaking wonderful. Like, just an amazing... So for those of you on the podcast who are listening who may not have been aware of what Unpacking is, it's very much what it sounds like. You have moved into a house, you get a view of the room, and you are unpacking boxes and putting things where they belong in the room. And once you've finished unpacking, you move on to the next segment in your life. So it starts off as a small child moving out into a home. So you've got toys everywhere. Then the next one, I believe, is you're moving into a bigger home. So you're putting lots of different room. You got different stuff that needs to go in different rooms. Then you progress onto, you've moved out into a share house in college. And the story progresses with each level, because each level is a different house that you have to unpack and repack. You can do things like put drawers. You can set up the drawers any way you want. Basically, anything you want to put anywhere can go there. But then if you put something that doesn't belong in there, in that room, so for example, if you put a radio in the bathtub, after you've unpacked everything, that'll have a red outline on it. And then you have to scroll through the houses and find out where to put it.
That's kind of cool.
And then I think the score that you get on the end is based on how aesthetically pleasing your room is.
That's so good.
And whether you got everything sort of like in the right spot to start off with. Yeah, sorry for anyone who's listening on the podcast and likes ASMR drinking. You just got an earful of wet.
I needed some water. I'm sorry.
An earful
An
of
earful
wet.
of wet.
An earful of wet.
My
Hack
God.
the Dino. So this game's wonderful. Braden, have you played it?
No, I haven't yet. I'm very excited to play it though because
You
it
need to.
looks beautiful.
The music as well is fantastic. Like, I really recommend anyone who it's available on all platforms, but it's free on Xbox Game Pass. If you've got Game Pass, get it, play it. It's just a very chilled, relaxing game. Yeah, a lot of fun.
Easy to play with a controller.
Yeah, super easy.
Cool.
Super easy. Super
That's my
intuitive.
only concern about playing on console. Like, I would imagine the Switch maybe has touchscreen controls, but
Not from memory. Well, I didn't play it on that.
I don't know if I would want touchscreen controls. I feel like I would very much like the control of a
Yeah.
controller because you want to manage the tiny little like move
That's
it
a very
over by
good
like
point.
one little square.
That's the thing. You can do that with this.
I'm
Like,
so
the
excited.
hitboxes are so small.
Yeah.
You can literally put it anywhere.
Like, I just watching this gameplay here, like, you're watching people, like, they're moving it, like, the teeniest bit so they can fit a little bit more in there and a little bit more in there.
Yeah, it's great. And you can just set it up however you want. Wonderful game.
So,
I've also jumped into the Animal Crossing DLC. So the free stuff as well as the Happy Homemaker extension that they put on. Yeah, and I'm back into Animal Crossing. It is
it's gone.
so much fun. Just relaxing. So the basic premise is you get a job and you go to an island, a resort, and it's just this island made up of lots and lots of little islands. And there's different characters who go there and you go and talk to them. And they go, oh, I really like flowers. I wish I had a holiday home with flowers. So then you take them to a specific island and then you can fit out the place. You've got everything there. They give you, it's basically fed to you all the things that they want in order to be happy. So if you like flowers, they'll have like a flower cart and they'll have this and they'll that. And then it's up to you just to put out, design their front and design inside the house as well as the front of the house, as well as change the look of the house. And, you know, there's very, very small requirements. Like, each character might want only 3 things which are already there, and then you can just do whatever you want, go wild with it. But then you use the photos to take photos of the house to keep as a record. You earn money and get items from the shop as well in order to take things back to your own island. Then as you progress along, there's empty buildings near the main area, and it turns out to be a school, so you have to build a school. I was playing last night, and I
Did you
should have
just
got.
laugh at that comment?
I should have got no, and I should have got these pictures and shared it with you, everyone. But I'll just describe it. I sent it to my daughter because she was at her mum's house last night when I was playing it. Came up to this pompous lion who was on the beach and just wanted to see what type of house that they wanted. They usually have one keyword, so flowers or you know, sports or something like that. Came up to this dude and he just goes, oh, gee, I really wish I had a house full of toilets.
That's a very specific
And I went,
request.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do the toilet house. So I put him on a little island. And this pompous lion sat there while I proceeded to get the gold toilet and put it in the middle of the room, surrounded by squat toilets and other toilets with a chandelier above it and a water fountain behind it.
oh my God.
And then seashell sit-ups. And then outside I put lots of portaloos everywhere.
My God.
He loved it. This
anything.
pompous-ass lion loved it. Braden, I'll boot it up afterwards and show you
Yeah,
because
perfect.
my toilet island is fantastic.
That's wonderful, Ben. That's wonderful. Good for you.
Type of place that Floppy could use. So yeah, I really like this. The free stuff as well is like a huge expansion, but the DLC is easily worth the money. Easily worth the money. Even if you're not getting it as part of the Plus.
Switch Online expansion pack.
Even if you're not getting it as that, it's definitely worth it. Would highly recommend if you do have the Switch Online expansion pack to get it because it's well worth a play.
I'm trying to figure out how the family account stuff works so I can use it on 3 different Switches. I'm pretty sure it's simple, but I just haven't taken the time to look into
you
it.
just log in.
Oh, cool.
Just log in and download it. And lastly, I've become obsessed with Picross. At 2 weeks ago, we went to a video game market
Yeah.
And there was a very, very good condition
a very good
copy of Mario Picross for the Game Boy, which I purchased for a lot of money. But it was all right because I sold some of my Pokemon game doubles, so I had the money to spend. And I went, you know what? I'm just going to grab it. It was my Chrono Trigger money, but bugger it. So I started playing it, and I've become obsessed with it. So I played it there. Switch Online has the Super Nintendo version. That's all in Japanese, so I've been playing it there as well. Then I booted up my old 3DS, and in the store is a free-to-play version of Pokemon Picross. So I've just been playing that at any opportunity to get in there.
Sorry, Braden's using my...
Braden is being a funny man for the podcast listeners. But yeah, Mario Picross, great game. Love it. I played Minesweeper a lot as a kid, and this is a friendlier version of it that doesn't have your dad standing over your shoulder yelling at you because you're dumb. Okay. So, Anto,
Yes.
do you remember last show? We broke the news. First people to break the news with leaks about a Warner Brothers multiverse game.
I do remember this.
Like a Smash Brothers clone.
Yeah. And
Guess what? It's been confirmed.
It's real. Yeah, it's actually
called
happening.
Multiverses. And it was revealed this morning as we record this. First things first, Ultra Instinct Shaggy is 100% canon. They've even given him a backstory, and it's basically he finds a gem and eats it because he thought it was candy, and it gives him special powers.
So
but he
good.
powers up like Goku. He
Yeah,
goes,
it is 150% Dragon Ball Z.
Have a look. I've
Like-
got a video there linked, Braden.
Oh,
If
you have a bit?
click on the little link there. It will bring up footage of Shaggy going Ultra Instinct. It's absolutely ridiculous, and I enjoy the fact that they catered to memes.
I think Michael Towns is absolutely on point. Like, now that Smash is effectively finished
There it is.
development-wise,
Just powering up.
these kinds of games are going to be the new Fortnite. They're going to be the new Battle Royale, like, craze now that Smash isn't taking the spotlight.
Well, especially if you have heaps of IPs like Warner Brothers have.
Yeah.
So a little bit of info. It's free to play. Arya Stark is there
For some reason.
from Game of Thrones.
Yep, there she is.
Yep. The voice cast is pretty cool. They've got Kevin Conroy coming back and voicing Batman, and John DiMaggio as Jake. The gameplay is focused on team battles, but has a solo player option. It's both cross-play and cross-progression. It has guilds and leaderboards, dedicated servers from day one for the life of the game to cut down on lag, and it'll run on netcode servers, which is apparently a big deal for fighting games. I don't know too much about it.
I'm guessing that's meant to be rollback netcode.
I don't know what that means.
Effectively, this is a very poor description of it, and someone in the chat will probably be able to correct me, but
doubt it.
rollback netcode is, instead of the game using delay-based, where it takes into account how many frames of delay there are between inputs, rollback netcode, if it detects that something has gone squiffy, rolls back to the previous state before that action has been taken.
Right.
So it makes things more balanced and easier, and it's just less gross than any other kind of netcode,
Okay.
especially for fighting games.
So it's a big thing that they've decided to invest in this?
Huge, yeah, like really good.
So they're really going for it.
yeah.
They're really trying to... I mean, we've already seen that Rick from Rick and Morty will probably be in it, and Morty as well. We see Harley Quinn on screen here.
As voiced by Tara Strong.
Hey.
Oh, well. And they've also announced that there's going to be skins and characters, and obviously, so it's a free-to-play game, so you get your basic roster, as we thought when we heard about it, and you obviously pay money for skins and pay money for characters.
And
Yeah.
it's not like the art style or the font look similar at all
To what?
to Fortnite.
What? I
It's-
don't know what you mean.
Yeah, it's
Right?
got
Oh,
that
no.
aesthetic
Talk
for
about it.
sure.
Not that font. Look at that.
No, you're crazy. You're a crazy person. They mentioned esports as well a couple of times, so obviously have big plans for this. Because I'm sure Smash, if they're not going to upgrade it in a couple of years' time, that may be on its way out. We'll see.
Smash is an interesting one because, like, development's done for Ultimate, and Sakurai has said in interviews since development finished that, like, he's not sure Smash will ever be able to be done without him, or if he'll be able to sort of not do it.
He's correct.
So if it happens again, it's never going to be on the scale of Ultimate, and people thinking it will be bigger and, more inclusive cast-wise than Ultimate are probably going to set themselves up for huge disappointment. But, like, I would be absolutely happy with a toned-down roster of new characters, or, like, redesigns of Mario, Link, Chuck Waluigi, and their Do-It cowards. Yeah, just, I don't know. the success of Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl is probably why this came out, because that's doing really, really well.
Of course it is. So it's coming in 2022. Now, another quick news item here.
I just want to very quickly jump in.
Oh, sorry, Braden.
To
Yes.
add to the conversation from last week when we said what Warner Brothers franchises we would like to see in this game. Mm-hmm. I just had a quick look and I was like, I wonder what other like TV stuff Warner Brothers have. And I will point out they have Police Academy, the series.
Oh, fantastic. Braden, just before we do move on.
Yeah.
Rumor. You know who was your pick, who you wanted in this game?
Oh, God. Who was it?
It was Neo.
Oh, was it?
It was.
Dude.
Guess who's coming to Fortnite?
Oh, really?
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding. There's
Because
a
of
very
the Matrix
strong
stuff?
rumor.
Did you see the new poster?
Yep.
That new poster looks sick.
It
Yep.
does.
Yep. So very strong rumor that Neo's going to be in Fortnite
That's cool.
in next season.
That's cool. Do you think he'll kill Naruto?
Yes. I think that's why he's there.
Snap his neck.
Yeah.
Yep. Speaking of snapping necks, Metal Gear Solid has had all its digital game copies taken down. This was due to a rights issue with the war footage that appears in a majority of the games.
Wow.
And because of this, prices have absolutely skyrocketed on all physical copies of the game.
Of course.
So one of us, me, is glad that he owns 2 or 3 copies of each and every game.
Can I buy Twin Snakes from you?
No, you cannot. All right. It's this time, Braden.
Ben is rich now.
Braden?
Oh.
Braden? Braden.
Okay.
We finally got it.
Oh, my God.
We finally got the image that we've all been after. Spider-Man coming to the Avengers game. And I think I can sum up all our thoughts by just saying, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yep.
What the hell?
Yep.
So Spider-Man's one thing that you associate with him, with his movement, is that he's fast, right? He's like, he jumps
snippy.
around. He's a speedball. Boom, 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 boom. Yet someone didn't tell Crystal Dynamics
No.
because he is moving like a turd. Look how slow that
Slow
is.
he is. The punching looks so bad.
It's like, I have a feeling some of it was mocap, and that's why it's so slow. And they didn't speed any of this up.
I hate to burst your bubble. I do not think that
No?
at all. I think it's so slow and so poor because they don't want to set expectations too high by doing a nice cinematic for the trailer. And they just want to actually set expectations correctly for when people go to play the game. Because the gameplay
They're just
does
gonna
not look like the cinematic.
They're just gonna pump it out and hope that people aren't too sad about it being bad.
Like, that's a great image right on screen right now.
Do you know what the part I like? Is he fired at something and Spidey dodged it and it went boom straight past him and it revealed that it went where all the Avengers are standing. But you didn't see where that bolt landed. It wasn't in the truck directly behind them.
Why would they do that?
Like, there's no continuity between the shots. And if they're showing that in a trailer, showing this brand new exclusive content. Anyway, I'll read the mission brief for you. This is from the official blog.
Even the mission brief sounds boring.
Quote, Peter Parker uncovers AIM's new plan to acquire technology that could make their synthoid army unstoppable and total domination inevitable. A previous tease of the new Spider-Man content in Avengers states he must partner with the Avengers to stop the looming threat and forms a tentative friendship with Miss Marvel and Black Widow,
Black Widow.
while keeping his identity hidden. As a hero accustomed to working solo, he struggles with the new dynamics of working with a team. Will he join up full-time with the Avengers or stay independent in his fight against AIM? That is the laziest copy I have ever read for a game.
I'm going to give you the biggest point of all that spiel they just did. We've done no new content for the game. You are just going to continue to fight AIM robots and AIM henchmen.
Yep.
That is it. There is no new mission in this game.
Nope.
We put some new voice lines in there. Maybe. A little bit. Kind of. That's it.
I think Game Boy Dad's reaching pretty hard.
So I think
Goddamn.
this game's done.
Yeah.
I think they've delivered on this one promise.
I don't hate the suit.
No, the suit's okay.
See, I do. I hate how it looks. It just, I don't know. The benchmark for me is Sam Raimi Trilogy Spider-Man suit. If it doesn't look anywhere near that, it's trash.
Well, you're wrong because the correct answer is Steve Ditko's original comic suit.
Miles Morales suit's pretty good too.
You know what's not pretty good?
Avengers.
We've established that. But it's time to talk about another game that is
good
giving
God.
Avengers a run for its money and giving Cyberpunk a run for its money.
Oof.
That's right, everyone. I'm talking about Grand Theft Auto, the Trilogy, the Definitive Edition. So it's bad. How bad, I hear you think? Well, on Metacritic, it's got 0.5 out of 10.
Not a number 0.5, like just a 0.5.
0.5 out of 10 on Metacritic.
That's pretty bad.
So, I'll go through some understandable alterations of the trilogy that people are upset with. And I can understand these ones as to why they were taken out. Some cheat codes have been removed. Players had plenty of fun with cheat codes in the original game, from adding infinite health to netting a bankload of cash, and even tanks falling from the skies. A quote from Rockstar producer Rich Rosado said, "We actually had to remove a couple of technical reasons. We had to remove them for technical reasons. Certain things didn't play well in the Unreal base," which, it's fair enough. If some cheats are causing bugs, then yep, okay, completely understand it. And some iconic songs were removed due to licensing issues. So when you've got like Michael Jackson's Billie Jean or NWA's Express Yourself, or Killing in the Name by Rage Against the Machine, yep, I can understand that people may not want to, Rockstar may not want to pay the exuberant amount of money to get that licensing.
Rockstar, known poor developer. We don't want to pay the money.
With
Fuck
the
off.
billions we make per year thanks to GTA 5 Online.
So dumb.
Well, if you're angry at that, strap in, baby, because I'm about to feed you the angry pill.
Oh, yeah. You've got some clips here that you've sent me in here.
Oh, yeah. Let's bring some up and get our thoughts on that. So
Alright,
the
let's look at
issues...
this first one.
The issues stem from the cartoony look of the remaster, has given many of the characters an uncanny valley type vibe, while others have really disproportionate proportions.
What the heck happened there?
So he hit an invisible wall there,
Huh.
which is what happens in a full price game.
Yeah, I remember that from San Andreas back in the day. Totally.
Whoa!
Hello. Hello.
So
Hello.
for those of you watching, listening to the podcast, we're just watching some footage of a car just crashing into nothing.
And other cars flying over that nothing.
Players have also pointed out the lack of flog.
Flog.
Yeah, well,
You flog.
lack of fog and increased draw distance has become a detriment to the experience, as it no longer
Oh
hides
no, experiment was correct.
Yeah, it's an experiment.
how small the maps are or shrouds the poor quality textures from a distance. Upscaling tech used has destroyed many of the sign gags from the original. So basically, what they use is an
look at this.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh my god. I want to throw up.
This is a full price game.
It looks like someone trying to play Fortnite on their first generation iPhone.
So what they used in order to upscale and up-res a lot of the signs and everything, they just used an algorithm that went through and automatically upscaled it. But in doing so, it's taken away a lot of the puns that we got and a lot of the sight gags we got from those signs, which, GTA is pretty much known for. Braden, if you can bring up a couple of the examples here, so we can see Shaft hot dogs. The real taste, what was it?
The Taste of a Real Man's Heat is the new one.
Yeah, A Taste of a Real Man's Meat was the original one.
Is better.
But yeah, now it's A Taste of the Real Man's Heat.
Can I just say, they've clearly made a new sign. Why does it look so shit?
No, this is the thing. They haven't made a new sign. They've used an algorithm to automatically up-res all those signs, and it's got lost in translation.
It's an AI bit of software that's done it all and upscaled it all.
So bad.
And no one's bothered checking it because, it's not a full-price game. Oh, wait, yes, it is. There was another one there as well, Braden, I think, next to it.
Oh, do I want to look?
Is this the guitar one?
This is the air guitar one. The famous air guitar sign. The music shop selling air guitars. So the algorithm's gone in, done its thing, upscaled it, up-resed it, and fixed some errors. Like, now you can get AR guitars from $199.
Or Tenerife. Or Guitar Hank booths available.
I'm pretty sure the Guitar Hank Booths bit used to say Guitar Wank. I'm not sure.
So yeah, it's just destroyed all those little gags that were in there.
Far out.
There's been some accusations online.
I can't imagine.
I'll just read out a few, see if you agree with these. They say that this definitive edition is actually based on the mobile ports of the game. So there we can see there the lack of fog. So you can actually see how small the playing
lack
area
of
actually
fog
is.
is terrible.
But this is what a lot of those old generation games suffer from. I spoke about it last time with the Nintendo Online.
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time, they've got rid of the fog and it's all crisp and clear and you can see everything. You can actually see how small everything is. Like, all right, games like Turok 64 where you make fun of the fog because it hid the rendering and the loading. But that was an extreme case. Here, it's clearly there as an artistic direction in order to make you think that the world is actually bigger than what you're living in.
Yeah.
And they've just got rid of it and it looks awful.
I remember playing San Andreas back in the day on the PS2, and it felt massive.
Yep.
And now I look at this photo and I go, that's tiny and terrible. Oh, I hate it so much.
So yeah, they think it's based on the mobile ports of the games. So they think they've just up-res the mobile ports, which would explain the cartoony graphics and the fact that a lot of the NPCs look a lot different than what they did. That issues were identified during development, and those issues were ignored. They've been hitting out with DMCA strikes issued to community mods. They've delisted the originals from Steam.
Oh, Jesus, Ben, this photo's going to get us banned off Twitch.
I know, right?
bring
No
it up.
gameplay released prior to launch, which we... what game had that? What game didn't...
Pretty
didn't-
sure Cyberpunk
Cyberpunk!
got PC codes only to show off the fact that, hey, look, guys, it's not a broken piece of...
Not only that, they got it like a day before release date.
Yeah.
No review codes were issued, and we just saw the horrible one there. And then, of course, there's more glitches. So there we can see someone falling through the pavement.
Oh, no, CJ.
All gone. Bye-bye. And he just landed on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Oh, yeah, you teabagged that cement.
And now another character's had his legs fall into cement. A police car here just driving through a wall and falling off the edge of the map. These are all glitches.
Whoa, that's a dislocation and a half.
Yeah, so your character's been just warped, cars blowing up, buildings disappearing. All these things are just...
Excuse me.
And the rain!
Badonk-a-donk.
Look at the rain!
Oh my god, that rain is atrocious.
It's just white lines falling from the sky, and that's
right.
rain.
This game, it's not even an excuse for a game. It's just horrendous.
And what's more is I've seen footage of people asking for a refund, like going to the
Yeah.
Rockstar help thing and asking for a refund. You go, we're willing to help you whatever way you can. There will be patches coming, don't worry. The other guy's gone, no, I don't want patches.
What?
I want my money back.
Yeah.
You haven't finished a game here.
Yeah.
Absolute travesty, and this game is awful. And I just want to point out, all these glitches that we're seeing now and everything we've looked at now with all those glitches, they've all been on PS4 or PS5. The Switch version is even worse.
That's
Even
even
worse.
That's terrible.
That's so bad. I think, that's tired me out. That's shockingly bad.
Well, I'm glad you're tired out, because it's time to look back on something that's not tiring at all.
Wow, this is just Cyberpunk. This is just day one release Cyberpunk.
Sorry for people listening to the podcast. We're just watching a car breakdancing and then blowing up for no reason.
Hey, now you're a rock star. Get the game out. Get paid.
Yeah, honestly. Jesus Christ. It makes me so sad.
Oh,
my
do you know what makes me so sad?
Me.
No, you're a bundle of joy.
Oh, thanks.
The thing that makes me really sad is that the PlayStation 3 is 15 years old this week, which means PlayStation 3 is now officially considered retro.
Wow.
If you're a feeble old man, clap your hands. Anto?
Yes. Just to clarify, I'm kind of old, but I'm only old because I have a back problem. Anyway.
PlayStation 3's retro.
Yes.
Tell us all about this wonderful retro system.
Well, where do I start? Probably the beginning, right?
At first, there was nothing.
At first, there was nothing.
So we think, but there's actual other evidence which suggests that there was something, and we
then
came out of that something.
There was a huge black monolith known as the PlayStation 2. And the success of a PlayStation 2 brought us to what's probably one of the worst launches of a console in history.
Hell yes, it was.
Sony Floppy is gonna get the credit for this little segment because he's done all the research and stuff.
Credit. So if anything's wrong, it's Floppy's fault, not Anto's.
No. Like I'm going off what I'm reading in front of me, so it's fine. But yeah, Sony were probably feeling, pretty chuffed with themselves. They had a very, very successful previous generation system. Oh, please show Giant Enemy Crab. If you've got that queued up, Braden, I'm going to die laughing.
Bet I do.
So yeah, they released the PlayStation 3 to the resounding sort of boos and cries and whys because it launched in, probably a weird position. The 360 had just come out. It was around $650 here. The PS3 launched at, where is it? $999.95 in Australia.
Get a second job.
Yeah. Like people meme the $599 US dollars bit. 999 Australian dollars is ridiculous. Benefits of a system. When it launched initially, it had HDMI, optical cables, supported AV, had several USB ports, supported up to 8 players, so 8 wireless connections at once. Weirdly enough, the DualShock controller wasn't part of the initial launch. They branded the controller as the 6-axis because they, did a Nintendo and chucked a bunch of motion control technology in at the last second, which didn't work very well in most cases. They also had, for some reason, all sorts of different storage medium capabilities. So they had like an SD card reader, the Magic Gate memory stick reader, so you could plug in, your PSP save files and all that sort of stuff.
It actually had a PS2 in it.
It had basically the guts of a PlayStation 2 inside, and that was what forced it to be able to do PS2 and PS1 backwards compatibility. But the biggest, I guess, draw of the system was the Blu-ray. Sony majorly involved in patenting / creating Blu-ray as a format. So they chucked that in there, and it made it the cheapest one on the market at the time. But yeah, it was...
Which is saying something.
Yeah,
it's
it's
how expensive
$1,000
Blu-ray
saying
was.
something. Other than that, it had free online, which, Xbox Live was a thing. It was a paid thing from its inception, so that was a plus, I guess. Not till later, but yeah. And yeah, it was just... You've seen some of the clips. Giant Enemy Crab was there. It was memed to hell and back, even before the launch. It had initially a controller that was designed to look like a boomerang, which is kind of maybe appropriate or not here. It was a giant silver banana-looking thing. That was panned so hard they went
banana
cool.
ring.
Banana ring.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Where's your thing? There it is.
Yeah, there we go. That was ridiculed super hard, so they immediately pivoted and went back to the DualShock design without the rumble. It was super hard to
Hands would
design.
cramp up so hard.
Yeah, they
holding
would.
that.
The only benefit to that original design was you could throw it at someone.
I was just looking at it then. Like, let's be real here. How are your thumbs meant to get from, like, this is where your hand ends.
Yep.
And your thumb's got to get all the way over to here. If you want to hit the start button, you got to, like, rent out a nearby apartment.
Or put one of those little mini hand things on your nose and headbutt the thing.
Smash the thing.
Yeah.
Did they ever get released, or it was just a prototype?
It was very much just a prototype. They do exist.
They do?
I've seen an eBay listing for one twice in my life.
Wow. Okay.
They go for stupid money.
And were they just part of the dev kits, or?
They weren't even part of a dev kit. So they got...
That's
as
hideous. Look at it. The
Braden is
buttons
showing.
falling
Yeah.
off the back there. Yuck.
They're not... Like, I want to hold one just to see how bad it is. But I'm not willing to spend, at the time... I think it was close to £1,600, and I think if the conversion's right, that's like $3,300 here.
Also, just look at how high up it is. Like, your hand's only going to be touching, like, to here.
That's going to be digging into your wrist.
And then you've got all this space down here just hanging out the bottom of your hands.
It's bad.
Did it have gyroscopes at all?
It had the 6-axis stuff in as well.
Yep.
It did have the motion stuff in, I think.
Jesus.
But yeah, as soon as people were like, oh, it looks dumb.
God, I just saw the back of it. Oh my God, no. No, this can't be real.
Do it, Brad.
This can't be real.
Show.
Look at those triggers. They're so bad.
Wow, they're almost like scuff triggers on
They
the
look
back.
like paddles almost, but I
Yeah.
can't tell because it's a very poor quality.
Wow, what an awful piece of crap. All right.
Yeah, it was bad. And along with bad controller design, it was really hard to develop games for. Mostly due in part to the system infrastructure and the processor they used, which was a custom-designed chip called the Cell processor. For the time, super crazy, mega powerful. So much so that the US Navy linked up something like, I think it was 150 or 200 consoles to use as a supercomputer to run, army and military software and stuff off of it. So,
COD, Medal of Honor.
Yeah.
That sort of stuff.
Well, no. They had to have their recruitment programs up and going.
yeah, exactly. They didn't have Twitch back in 2006.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a complex system to develop for, which is why a lot of ports for the system are just not as good. I think the prime example I can think of was Bayonetta. Very poorly optimized for PS3, ran like garbage, controls sucked. It's just, it wasn't a good time. Launch titles, actually probably one of the stronger lineups compared to PS4 and PS5. You had Blast Factor, Call of Duty 3, Genji, Days of a Blade, famous for real-time weapon change. Madden NFL 07, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, which, again, not bad. Personal favorite of mine, Mobile Suit Gundam Crossfire. NBA 07, or 2K7, I don't know. Need for Speed Carbon. Resistance Fall of Man, which has become a cult classic, and I'm pretty sure that was developed by the guys who did, was it Ratchet and Clank and Spyro?
Insomniac?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Can't remember. Braden?
Which one was that?
What's it called? Resistance Fall of Man.
Oh, Resistance is Resistance is Insomniac.
Yeah. So, that got pretty famous. It had a pretty big fan base behind it when it launched and got 2 sequels, did very well for Sony. Anywho, Ridge Racer 7. Ridge Racer! Remember that one? Mm-hmm. I do. You can use your PSP as a rearview mirror.
I remember Ridge Racer in the arcade. It was a better time when we had... Remember arcades? Man, arcades were great.
I miss arcades. There's
Anyway.
like a claw game arcade in Rundle Mall now, but it's boring.
Yeah.
Anywho, Tony Hawk's Project 8 also came out. Tiger Woods PGA Tour 07 and Untold Legends Dark Kingdom. So, not too terrible. It sold 4 to 5 million units roughly in the first year, which was still massively behind 360.
Oh, yeah.
Wii was just outselling and eclipsing everything because it was just such a...
When they, a week apart with their launch?
Yeah, it really wasn't long before they switched over. And, I think Nintendo launched beforehand.
Yeah, I think a week before.
Yeah. And yeah, after the first year, they basically made some decisions, took away PS2 backwards compatibility, released some extra models to cut costs and get more systems into the hands of consumers.
Now, I will say this about backwards compatibility.
Yes.
What's his name? Head of Sony.
At the time, would have been...
No, the current American head of Sony. What's his name? Braden? I forgot his name.
Yep.
Ken Bobble? I don't know.
Anyway, he's gone on record saying that, a lot of people say they want backwards compatibility, but no one actually plays any backwards compatible games. And I think that's a completely fair call. Like, Xbox has gone all in and said, we're making it completely backwards compatible because if you buy a game once, you should be able to play that.
Yeah.
Whereas Sony has said, well, no, it's a huge cost that no one actually takes advantage of, so we're not going to do it. And I'm fine with that.
Yeah, and it's worked out for them so far as well with PS4 and PS5. Like, PS5 obviously has PS4, but so they added a 40 and 80 gigabyte version because the original model only released in a 60 gigabyte configuration. Controller eventually got the DualShock Rumble features back. They managed to figure out the, legalese of dealing with the person who designed
Ah, yes,
that.
legalese.
Yeah,
My favourite
legalese.
of all the languages.
Yes, it's great. And yeah, they just started pumping out really, really solid video games.
Like Duke Nukem Forever.
Duke
The most
Nukem-
solid and
Bad
celebrated game
Terrible
ever.
timing.
Yeah, terrible timing. But you had things like Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, the first one, probably my favorite. You saw Ratchet and Clank, Tools of Destruction come out. The user interface was changed a year after the initial launch to the sort of more popular condensed version of the cross-media bar. Commercials, they actually made some that made sense compared to the launch ones, which were creepy, horrifying, and featured weird dolls and babies staring into the camera. Yeah, just terrifying. Like I don't like dolls.
Well,
or
I mean,
children.
Nintendo tried this with the GameCube the generation beforehand. Those sort of
Yeah.
weird and wacky commercials to make you what? Remember like the alien girl who had square eyes?
Yes.
Like that sort of stuff where you just sort of go, what? What? And it grabs your attention. And it just seemed to be like the early 2000s. That was the way to get attention.
I had a feeling, or have a feeling rather, that ad and the Sony These Nuts PSP ad, the people behind that were on stuff.
What about the fact that the PlayStation 3 font was just the font from the Spider-Man movie?
That's also a very, very good point. The
It is,
initial
there it
font
is.
was the Spider-Man font.
There it is.
Probably to do with Sony's licensing of Spider-Man at the time.
What? No.
Oh, yeah.
And then it got some great Spider-Man games, didn't it, Ben?
Yeah, like that one.
That one. Speaking of good games, though, they started chucking exclusives just out rapid fire style. You had things like Infamous, Killzone 2, God of War 3, Metal Gear Solid 4 is,
Fantastic game.
just a fantastic
Fantastic
experience.
game. What a game.
It's also a really good movie.
It's a great game. I will not hear any more bad about it. It's a great
I didn't say anything bad.
game.
I didn't say anything bad. It's a great game, but
It's
it's
your
also a
tone,
really
sir.
good movie.
Your tone, sir. I do not appreciate that tone, sir.
I'm just waiting for you to karate kick me one day and see what happens.
Oh, I won't need to. Solid Snake will come back and get you. You heard. Keep going. Running very late.
We're not running late. Yeah, we are.
Very late.
2009. You also saw the release of the PlayStation 3 Slim. Came out in better configurations hard drive wise. So with the rise of DLC, people needed more space. So we had a 120, 250, and 320 gigabyte version of the Slim model. Had better power consumption, was quieter. My original PlayStation 3 sounded like a jet engine even in the middle of winter in the UK.
Yes, the famous jet engine place.
And the 120 gigabyte model launched at $400, which is a huge drop from $1,000. That's just, you don't need a second job for that.
No.
In 2010, we saw the launch of PlayStation Plus. So, you sign up, pay for, a better online experience. You get free games every month for, at the time, the PS3, PSP?
Vita, wasn't it?
PSP and then it was the Vita.
So yeah, PS3, PS Vita, I stand corrected. And then obviously that's rolled over onto PS4 and 5 now. The PSN hack famously happened in 2011, so hundreds of thousands of people's credit card details, address, names, all that sort of stuff leaked all over the world, and Sony basically shut down PlayStation Network. You could play games online, you couldn't use anything else.
Oh,
Yep.
the outage. Oh my god.
It was the great Sony PlayStation Network outage of 2011.
I want to give a special shout out to, at this time, I was an avid listener of IGN's podcast Beyond with Greg Miller and Colin Moriarty and occasionally Andrew Goldfarb and some other people. I remember they had a really, really weird time during the outage and would make it very post-apocalyptic. It was very funny. Man, oh my god, there's so much nostalgia for that.
Yeah, it was a weird time. They did eventually, once it was restored and once they had hired private security firms to come in and make sure things were good, they did a
Crazy
rewards
that they didn't
program.
do that to start off
Yeah,
with.
you'd think a company as big as Sony would do that.
Nah, no need. Who's going to attack Sony? No one.
Nobody.
Everyone loves Sony.
Looking at you, Xbox. When PlayStation Network was restored, they basically gave a welcome or a gift pack to people who'd been subscribed for a certain period of time. So if you had been subscribed basically from PS Plus's launch, they gave you something like 100, in the UK it was £100 worth of software for nothing. You could just download it, keep it, done. You didn't need PlayStation Plus, it was just there. They then announced PlayStation Move, which was basically PS Wii.
PS Wii.
What?
Because it rhymes with PS3.
Yeah, exactly, PS Wii.
Really? I thought it was because it was shit. And shit comes with Wii, traditionally.
Oh, we should ask Floppy.
No, that's to both. Anyway.
Move got announced, had a few interesting titles, but then was abandoned until PSVR sort of picked up steam.
The best thing about PlayStation Move was the fact that people bought it, thought it was crap, sold it, and then those of us who realised that those Move controllers will be used in VR bought them for $7 each at local pawn shops and then sold them for a lot of money.
POWN, not PORN, just for clarification.
No.
Good one. Good one.
No, the first one.
Yeah, definitely.
Did you see those glowing knobs?
That way you know where to put it.
What?
Come on.
I've just lost. What are you talking about now?
I'm talking about penises. Come on, hurry up. With glowing knobs.
Yeah, after PS Move was abandoned, the PS Vita was showcased, had some functionality with PS3, basically next to nothing. You couldn't do much with it. Last of Us came out towards the end of its life cycle, sold 1.3 million copies, got Game of the Year, and then the Super Slim came out, which was $299. Had a 12 gig variant, which was the $299 option, and then a $399 version, which had a 500 gigabyte hard drive, which was the biggest size available at retail. It surpassed the 360's units sold in 2013 and effectively won the generation, I guess.
I can't believe that. I honestly thought
nuts.
the 360 won because
What a
they had
comeback.
such a huge lead.
Yeah,
What a comeback.
it was crazy.
Like, had the 360 not suffered from the Red Ring of Death, I think it would have gone on to win that gen, but they just shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, agreed. It just their attention to the attention they paid to releasing exclusive games, making sure their service was up to par. PS Plus was a massive thing. It worked for them compared to the 360 and Kinect, which famously didn't do very well.
No.
I
Alright.
got a few stories about my PS3 experience and why I got one, but
All right, give it to us very, very quickly because we are running very, very late.
I
Go.
bought one because Final Fantasy 13 sucked on 360 and looked way nicer on PS3.
Yep, good reason. Brayden, you got any PS3 stories?
No, I just I loved it. That was my formative years. It was a good time for me.
I never had one until I was given one, in which I promptly sold. The end.
Actually, I do have a very, very, very quick story.
Oh, yes.
My mum used to be a Sony rep for Sony
I've heard
Music.
this story.
And
I can't believe you kept this from us.
and so
I didn't even know this till now.
So she was a Sony rep, and so for Sony Music though. But in the lead up to the PS3, was getting like marketing materials and stuff. I got a PSP for free back in the day, and like played,
So it was a PS free.
Daxter on it or whatever. And some of the other like Ratchet and Clank Size Matters and stuff like that. And then just before the PS3 launched, my mum left and got a different job.
Selfish.
Just so selfish. Could
Selfish.
have got a free PS3, but no.
Doesn't even think of her child.
My mum had to go and get a new job.
That's ridiculous. Do you know what else is ridiculous?
I don't know.
The fine people that support this podcast.
Eye! Those little eyes! Ah! Oh my god, I love him! Why is it a hat? Not the doggos! I can't even read anymore. Ah! I can't even do it anymore! I have to finish this game. I have to finish this game.
Hey, we're back. You're back. We're all back together. We're all backed up against the wall because the Holocaust is coming. Wait, no, I meant the Armageddon. Oh, Jesus Christ.
You meant
I'm glad that
Armageddon.
Anto,
Hello.
what? Save me.
Patreons.
Hey, Patreons.
We want to thank everyone and, talk about stuff.
Good.
You should all come and support us on Patreon if you like what we're doing. You get access to, if you join us on Patreon in any form, get off my phone, Braden. If you subscribe to our Patreon at any tier, you get access to the private Hack the Dino Discord where we talk rubbish even more so than we are now.
And have an exclusive Fantasy Critic lead, which we're going to be starting up again because the year's coming to a close. So be sure to head on over to hackthedino.com, click the Patreon button, join for $1 so you can join the Discord and you can take part and try and beat Dylan the Villain next year. And you won't because the guy's insane.
He's living up to his name.
It's ridiculous how good
Yeah.
he is at that. Anyway,
Yeah, Patreon tiers. So for $2 a month, you get your name added to the list that scrolls along the bottom, as Ben is so
and it
graciously
doesn't
pointing
just have
out.
to be your name. You can have anything put in there. You can,
Within
as you can see,
reason.
We Are Robots is in there. That's
Within-
good. That's a
within
good time.
reason. For $10 a month, you get an exclusive extra monthly show called Dynamo. It's a pretty good time. We have some fun. At $15 a month, you get access to the post show and a chance to choose a song for Braydan versus the world.
Fantastic.
Dylan, I'm sorry if you've chosen stuff that I'm going to be getting. I'm sorry.
Oh, him and Townsy. Both of them. Like, as I was talking to them when they were messaging me their picks for this week, I said, so we're putting a ban on Anto? No, yeah. But then Floppy had severe pee diarrhea. So Anto's tagging in.
Decent pee. Yeah. Anyway, and for $25 a month, you get to supply us with a video ad of your choice, and we run it in the live show, as you've just seen, for Michael Towns and his stuff.
But at $10 a month, you get a very
missed
special
something.
thank you. So those people who we'd like to thank you for supporting us at $10 a month are Karen Knight, Dylan the Villain, Triple Indy, Mike Towns, Ash Knight, Game Boy Dad, and some dude whose name I've never heard of before.
Me.
You!
Me.
Yay!
Thanks, me.
If you would like to support us in another way and a monthly fee doesn't really go with your budget, that's okay. You can head on over to hackthedino.com, click on the merch button, and you can go be taken. And you can be taken to our merch store where we have a really, really cool line of t-shirts, mugs, caps, all that. As soon as we've got some money, I'm going to buy some again because there's a really cool Hack the Dino logo, but Braden did it in the Dino Riders logo and it looks amazing and I freaking love it. So hackthedino.com, be sure to head over there and buy some merch because that helps us upgrade stuff for the show and go to Japan.
Do it.
And while you're there, you might also want to click on all our social things. Hackthedino.com, click on YouTube, which takes you to youtube.com/hackthedino, or twitch.tv/hackthedino, where you may be watching live right now, and click the follow button. And last but not least, please tell your friends, because it's very important that we get the word out there, because we want more people to feast our faces to their eyes, mouths.
I'm very thankful you added to the eyes, because I don't want to eat people.
Well,
Or make them
don't knock it
eat
till you
us.
try it, all right? Okay, just have an open mind, Anto. First, before we get into our next segment, I do want to remind everyone that not only is Braden making funny jokes in our scrolling text, which you can see over on youtube.com/hackthedino, you can also head on over to hackthedino.com or bit.ly/2021dino and vote in the Hack the Dino End of Year Awards. That's right, you can choose you can choose from Game of the Year, Indie Game of the Year, Blue Box Games Stuff Up of the Year, your favorite Dino presenter, which includes all the Twitch chat. That's right, Twitch chat. Have you voted yet? Because you can head on over there and vote for yourselves as the best Dino of the year. 2021 Dino, bit.ly/2021 Dino. Head on over there now. Feed our egos because we need to feel special. Do you know what else is special?
Don't know.
The slowly decaying rate at which our bodies are perishing due to cellular death. Meaning we're all growing old. That's what happens. You're born, your cells die, and so do you. But before death reaches you with its cold grasp and takes you to the Netherrealm.
Mortal Kombat?
Jeez, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm trying to talk about the Wii.
I was going to say, like, where are we going?
The Wii's 15 years old this week.
Oh, God,
and
I'm old.
therefore, the Wii is officially retro. Finally, I can finally collect Wii games.
Oh, so that's your benchmark, is it 15 years?
No, not at all. But it was a good link. So I've decided to take a look back at the Nintendo Wii. Now, it began with the rumblings of the Nintendo Revolution. Remember all those really cool names that Nintendo had for all their consoles? There was the Ultra 64, Project Dolphin for the GameCube, the Revolution, I forget what the Wii U was called.
The coolest one for Wii U, Project Cafe.
That's right, Project Cafe, I remember that.
Awful code name.
The Wii was first released on November 19, which is today, as we record this, 2006 in North America and December 2006 for most other regions. It is Nintendo's fifth major home game console, following the GameCube, and is a seventh generation home console alongside Microsoft's Xbox 360 and Sony's PlayStation 3. Satoru Iwata, may he rest in peace, that very good man, directed the company to avoid competing with Microsoft and Sony on graphics and power, and instead to target a broader demographic of players through the novelty of gameplay, or through the novel gameplay. This is where the Wii Mote and the Wii Sports was the perfect combo. I think that's what really grabbed attention for the Wii. The fact that it was a completely new way to play a game, and it was a gimmick, but it worked. And it worked super, super well.
Honestly, the thing that sold me on it initially was the Metroid Prime 3 trailer of the guy diving behind the couch.
Really?
That was what made me
Do you
go,
know
I
what
need
sold
one
it
of
me?
these.
Wii Sports sold it for me.
Yeah?
I remember watching it as it was revealed, and like we just come out of the GameCube generation, which underperformed. Which is, like, looking back now, the GameCube's 20 years old. It's a fantastic unit. If you'd like to see our recap of the GameCube and everything about the GameCube, go back on youtube.com/Hack The Dino and check out our segment on that. But it was coming out of there at the time. It wasn't recognized as being the fantastic system with the fantastic games that it is today.
Cult following.
Yeah, absolutely. So then it was trepidatious with going into the Wii, or the Revolution it was then known. They showcased Wii Sports and almost the one-for-one Wii Mote special, and how intuitive it all was and how it all worked. And I was blown away, and I was hooked from the start. I could not wait to get my hands on a Wii. Another thing that was good about the Wii, it was backwards compatible with the GameCube. The 4 ports for the controllers were on top, and actually had a GameCube inside it, which is what we saw with the PlayStation 2 and the PlayStation 3. Within a year of launch, the Wii became the sales leader against other 7th generation consoles, and by 2013 had surpassed over 100 million units sold. The total lifetime sales of the Wii had reached over 101 million units, making it Nintendo's best-selling home console, and as of 2021, the 4th best-selling home console to date. Of course, coming in at number 3 is the Switch.
Yes.
Just killing it. Now, the Wii was the very first Nintendo console to directly support internet connectivity. That's right. It took the Wii for Nintendo to go, oh yeah, internet, we should try that.
Yeah, it's a thing. We should get on board.
It supported both online games and digital distribution of games and media applications through the Wii Shop channel. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the Wii Shop channel, because this thing was amazing. Just a realm of its own. There was, on the Virtual Console, a total of 17 NES, SNES, Nintendo 64. Hang on, what have I done here? I've written this incorrectly. Give me a sec. I'm getting there. All right. No, that's wrong. Here we go. What? What are you doing, Ben?
What are you doing?
I don't know. Anyway.
Past Ben has sabotaged future Ben.
Curse you, me!
That's a cool thing about the Wii as well. Mii's.
Yeah, Mii's were very cool. That was the very first thing that used that type of thing, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So there were 77 NES games, 64 Super Nintendo games, 21 Nintendo 64 games, 61 TurboGrafx PC Engine games, 16 Master System games, 74 Mega Drive games, 54 Neo Geo games, 19 Commodore 64 games, and 20 Virtual Console arcade games. Absolutely huge. That channel was amazing. On top of that, they also had WiiWare. It was which was envisioned to help support smaller and independent game developers, offering teams with a less expensive route to produce Wii games without having to go through the retail production and distribution channels. The WiiWare channel launched in March on the 25th, 2008, and remained active, including through the Wii U's lifetime until the Wii Shop. Man, who wrote this crap? Holy smoke, it's gibberish. Whoever wrote it needs to like sit down and edit their stuff.
Yeah, they're definitely clearly not a writer, huh?
Not anymore. Bloody hell. So I just want to go into memories of the Wii and memories of the Wii launch. For me, it was a midnight launch. I went, well, probably the last midnight launch I went to because I was still young enough to be able to stay up till midnight. And I distinctively remember, I've told this story before a couple of times on Hack the Dino, waiting in line in Rundle Mall, which is sort of like a shopping precinct in the middle of the Adelaide's central business district. Waiting for EB to open so I could get my Wii and get my Twilight Princess. I was super excited. While we were waiting there in line, it was on a Friday or a Saturday night, I can't recall. But this clearly inebriated person was walking down the middle of the mall, and there was hundreds of people lined up one side, all the shops trying to get their Wii. And then on the other side, where the Toys R Us were, there were a bunch of other people. And this clearly inebriated person was walking down the middle of the mall, just having an argument with someone on their mobile phone. And as they're arguing, rah, 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 blah, 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 he just pulled it away and said, "I want you to get out of my life," and threw his mobile phone as hard as he could down the mall, where it landed, shattered, and then he turned around and walked away.
That's a little bit of an intense reaction to wanting someone to leave.
Yeah, it was crazy times for everyone. Anto, did you get a Wii?
I did. I didn't get one on launch day.
Oh.
Because I was 16, I
Right,
think.
right.
And I was still at the point where, part-time work was a thing for me, very sort of small income. I begged for one for Christmas.
Yep.
So I got one shortly after it launched. Probably the most interesting part of my launch experience was the fact that I got 2 copies of Twilight Princess.
Why?
Because my nan and mum didn't communicate with each other.
Good.
And
Did you
both
at least
bought
get the GameCube version?
No.
Interestingly enough, do you know the GameCube version the Wii version is just the GameCube version but flipped?
Flipped, yes.
That's crazy.
Just left and rights are all backwards.
Just lazy.
I mean, I think the GameCube version's better now I've played it, but it's because I like controls and not waggles.
Yeah. Hate those waggles.
Yeah, waggle.
Waggle all over the
It works for
place.
some stuff, doesn't work for others.
Yep.
But yeah, that's my
If
story.
you got the right motion, it works. Right rhythm. Twisting. Brayden,
Yellow.
what do you remember about the Wii? What were you like to?
I remember Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Yeah?
That's conveniently come up. I think it
Hey.
was that and Mario Kart and Wii Sports were the games that I played the most. The incredibly weird thing I remember about the Wii was that for some reason, my younger sister, who would have been maybe... so she was born in 2001, so what would that make her when it came out?
Well, make her younger than you.
When did the Wii come out?
That time?
Yep.
2006.
2006. So she would have been around 5. For some reason, she just loved playing the Wii Fit stepping game thing.
Cool.
So I would just hear the bang, 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 bang for hours on end.
You know that's going to get sampled and it's going to be a hit.
There is 100% already remixes of it like crazy. But yeah, I used to play heaps of Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I actually quite liked the single player mode that they did, which was just a shitty
Subspace
platformer.
Emissary was so good.
Was that the one where right at the very end you're getting towards the fight with Master Hand and it's Link and Zelda and Ganon and they all sort of look at each other and nod and go, all right, we'll get along.
Yep.
We'll
Yep.
fight. And they go
Yep.
up and then Master Hand attacks and destroys nearly all of them. And then he's just about to kill Link or Zelda and then this blue thing goes pew, 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 pew,
Yep.
zoom, and
It
it's
was
Sonic.
Sonic
So
the
good.
gosh darn hedgehog appears.
First time Sonic had appeared on a Super Nintendo console.
It was so
A
good.
Nintendo console. It's
It was
not?
fantastic.
No, Sonic appeared in Sonic Mega Collection and Sonic Adventure 2 Battle on the GameCube.
Well, I mean, a good game on a Nintendo console.
Oof.
Oof.
But no, the Wii was fantastic. Everyone and their dog had one. You couldn't get them because they sold out like crazy because everyone wanted them. I imagine an absurdly large percentage of Nintendo Wiis have only ever played Wii Sports.
Yep.
Very much so.
Well, they were in the elderly care homes
Yep.
as well as a
Yeah.
way to rehabilitate and keep making sure people kept moving.
They were used in hospitals for rehab as well. I know in the UK they were even put into jails for exercise.
Damn.
Yeah, it was nuts. Like they
pretty good.
did very, very well in the UK.
God damn. And then they got Punch Out and they had to take them away.
Yeah.
But no, the Wii was groundbreaking, and for some reason nailed motion controls, and then it seems to just be superior compared to like unless you're looking at extremely expensive VR. So
So some of the games that came out on the Wii, which you look back now and go, oh yeah, that was a really good game. I'm just going to list them off here. Mario Kart Wii, which was until recently the highest selling Mario Kart game. Recently eclipsed by Mario Kart Deluxe, but that kind of cheats because it was on 2 systems. Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, both fantastic games. Zelda Twilight Princess, which we've spoken about. Smash Brothers Brawl, Skyward Sword, which Metroid Prime Trilogy, Resident Evil 4, Okami, New Super Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong Country Returns, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, Ultimate All-Stars, Mega Man 9, which at the time was a Wii exclusive. You could only download it. WarioWare Smooth Moves, Wii Sports, and of course, the very last Wii game to be released. What do you reckon the last Wii game to be released was?
I mean, without looking at your cheat sheet, which I just did, I knew beforehand. I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to hand over to Brad.
No. What do you think it is?
Retro City Rampage.
It was indeed. Retro City Rampage came out last year.
It
Or
was
the
either
start
last
of this
year
year.
or it was last year or 2019.
Yeah. No, it was like it's definitely either start of this year or last year.
Within the last 2 years, then.
Yeah. And before that, like Just Dance was still coming out. Like they stopped
That's
putting
right.
Just Dance on the Wii U and kept releasing it for the Wii.
Yeah,
That is insane.
that's nuts.
I wanted to talk a little bit about the peripherals that came with it as well, because these are super cool. I love bad peripherals on game systems. But some of these aren't bad. Some of these are really good. For example, the classic controller. It was similar to the classic gamepads, such as that for the Nintendo 64 with the D-pad, 4 face buttons, start and select buttons alongside the Wii connection button, and 2 shoulder buttons. Players can use it with older games from the Virtual Console in addition to games designed for the Wii. In 2009, Nintendo released the Wii Classic Controller Pro, which was modeled after the GameCube's form factor and included 2 analog sticks, which is really, really cool. What I really liked about the fact that you just plug these into the Wiimotes is you could get third-party peripheral adapters, and I've got one in there, where you could plug it into the Wiimote, but then you could plug an old Super Nintendo controller or an old NES controller into there and actually use the original controller on there. That was awesome. The Wii Balance Board, which we spoke about previously, like I think every garage in the world has one of these. Every garage sale you go to, they're trying to sell one for like $5 and no one wants them.
oh yeah.
Pretty sure they were being sold for like less than $2 at places like JB and EB pre-owned a few years ago.
Yep. This was to encourage players to exercise daily with Wii Fit. It also was used for Shaun White's snowboarding and Skate It.
Oh, you bet I played heaps of Shaun White snowboarding.
Yeah, were you the coolest kid there was?
Oh my god, every time I jumped on the Wii Fit board, it was like, oi, stop. Please, dear God, don't jump on it. just sort of lift yourself up a tiny bit and we'll think it's a jump. And I continued to jump on that thing.
Of course you did. I mean, the thing's sturdy as well.
Yeah,
it's
you
a
could
big, chunky
throw
boy.
it at a wall. And that button never used to work, though. That button was terrible.
What button?
The button on the back. The big fat button.
Oh, yeah.
But like sync
that
button.
one. It's terrible.
Well, I mean, still, Nintendo, like, they are very innovative.
Oh, yeah.
Who would have thought that? The thing I didn't like about Wii Fit is this was at a time when I wasn't at my fittest. And
So
you'd
you
go
felt
on there.
pressure?
You'd go on there, and I don't really think Nintendo did well here, because if you were, according to their measurements or BMI, if you were overweight, they would just make your Wii go boom.
Yep.
I was like, whoa! So you had like little kids going on there who might be a little bit taller than the average, whatever the algorithm or settings has said, and this little kid's seeing their Wii go boom, their me go boom, you're fat.
Yep.
That's awful.
It's terrible.
That is absolutely disgusting.
I mean, I'm not the smallest person in the world. I'm very well aware of that. But even as a 16, 17-year-old, where I was smaller than I am now, the first time I hopped onto Wii Fit, I got just a giant message at the top of the screen that said, "You're obese." And I was just like, oh, crap.
What the hell? What the hell, Nintendo?
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
all
their
right.
finest hour.
Another peripheral that I know you'll have something to say about, Anto, is the Guitar Hero controller.
I do have things to say about this one because it's my controller of choice for Clone Hero.
Is that because it's wireless?
No, I actually use it hardwired. I've got an adapter that I bought from Canada, of all places. But you can use it if you've got access to a Bluetooth connection on your PC, laptop, or whatever. You've just got to use a bit of third-party software to connect to Wiimote, and you're done.
That's crazy.
It's super cool. Everyone should get on it.
We're seeing in the background here for the podcast listeners a very soul-crushing Wii Fit measurement. And that dude does not look overweight at all.
Yeah.
We also had plastic wheels for the Mario Kart, which was basically just a wheel that Nintendo sold. The one thing that I want not more than anything, but I really want it for my collection, Club Nintendo had gold ones that you could send away for, and I never got one. So I'm always on the hunt for that one. Saw one for $60, but I wasn't prepared to spend $60 on a piece of plastic.
Gold Classic Controller Pro.
Yeah, that came with GoldenEye.
Yeah.
And of course, it had generic plastic guns. It came with there was one with a cricket ball that you put the Wiimote in the cricket ball. Yeah,
Pretend to throw.
That's
it.
terrible.
safe. Yep. And yeah, there it is.
Oh, that's
There's the
that's
gold
really pretty.
Club Nintendo steering wheel.
I don't normally like gold stuff, but Nintendo's accessories always look nice in gold.
Yeah, they do. That's Nintendo for you. They
Aw.
have enough money. That's real shiny too. Oh, I want it even more now. Did you know there were console variations? Of course, there is always special editions or reiterations of consoles in order to make some more money. Weren't as many for the Wii, which is surprising because it was a very successful console.
Yeah, I don't recall them launching many until a good few years after the system launched.
Yeah, so in 2009, which is 3 years after the system launch, a black Wii was released, and that came with Mario Kart and the Wiimote Plus, which was a little clip-on peripheral that went into your Wiimote and made the motion sensor more one-for-one. So it was really good for Skyward Sword. Then in other iterations, they got rid of that attachment and just built it into the actual Wiimote controller. In 2010, the Red Wii was released for Mario's 25th anniversary. It came with new Super Mario Bros., a red look, and also a built-in version of Super Mario Bros. Where all the question blocks in the game have been changed into question marks. Question marks have been changed into 25
That's pretty cool.
to celebrate the 25th anniversary. I've
That's
got
very
that.
cool.
It's really, really cool. Then in August 2011, a budget model was released that had no GameCube ports and was designed to sit horizontally as opposed to vertically, as most of the other Wiis did. Blue Wii with Donkey Kong Country Returns was released in November 2021, but that's incorrect.
Yeah, that's definitely not correct.
The bundle featured a blue version of the revised Wii model and a Wii remote and nunchuck controller with the inclusion of Mario Sonic at the Olympic Games. That's not right either. I've got my stuff. There was two versions. There was a Donkey Kong Country Returns version, and there was a London 2012 Olympic Games version, which was only released
That's
in the
the
UK. So over here in Australia, we got the Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. Over in the UK, they got that one. That's a really cool looking console as well.
It's a cool box too.
Another thing that was released in the UK and Canada and America that we didn't get, and I bid on one of these the other day and was outbidded. But the Wii Mini. Brayden, you ever seen the Wii Mini?
I've no idea what this is.
So the Wii Mini was not released in Australia, but in Canada in 2012, then in Europe and America in 2013. The internet capabilities were removed, as well as support for the Wii via LAN adapter. The GameCube controller and SD memory card ports were removed, as well as the ability to play them. Only supports composite cables, and it cannot output 480p. The user presses discs into place in the Wii Mini after it's opened, as opposed to pushing it in. So I think there's another photo
PS1.
there, maybe of it showing. You basically just press it and the lid flips up.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to find a video of it.
I'm pretty sure this was at the point where they started putting little slips of paper into games that said, hey, Wii Online is going away at some point soon, so heads up. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's Nintendo being Nintendo. The Wii system supports wireless connectivity with the Nintendo DS without any additional accessories, which I always thought was super cool. Mm-hmm. Like we've gone through, especially in our GameCube look backs, about how they tried to make the handheld systems, Nintendo handheld systems arms, talk to the console arms and vice versa. And I think the Wii really nailed that wireless connectivity. You could use a DS as a controller in games such as Pokemon Battle Revolution, which was really cool. Really, really, really cool.
You could also use it, I don't know if it was a thing here. I remember specifically downloading demos of games through the Wii to my DS. And that was cool.
Yep. Now, wasn't there a Final Fantasy game where you could have the two talk together as well?
Yes, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, I think it was Ring of Fate. There was a console and a DS version, but basically similar to things like cross-save for Final Fantasy X on PS Vita, PS3, and PS4. You could play on one system, save your progress, move your file across to the home console, play on the TV. It's just a cool option, like if you wanted to play on a big screen and then take it with you somewhere.
Braden.
It looks like a Fisher-Price toy.
It does.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
It's baby's first Wii.
It
Sounds weird.
looks like it weighs a solid 400 grams at max,
I want one so bad.
and you could just yeet it into the sun.
It's very lightweight.
It looks it.
Like, imagine how heavy a PS2 Slim is.
So nothing.
Half of that, if not more.
Jesus, oh my god, that's so light.
I
yeah.
really want one. I should have bid more. I should have bid more on that one.
Hit up my mum after next week. And
The
see what
controller
I can
looks
do.
nice.
The Wii repositioned Nintendo as a key player in the video game hardware marketplace. Even something like the Wii U couldn't absurd Nintendo from that position. They finally found where they fit in this new generation with, not as Iwata's idea of not trying to compete with the big people, the bigger companies, and just going, well, focus on gameplay. Like, we've already got this reputation of being a kiddie console. Let's hang a lantern on it and go for it and be accessible to everyone. And it worked perfectly. They had that idea that they wanted to be the second console in each home. So you have the people buying a 360 or a PlayStation 3, and then a Wii would be something they have additionally. Like, homes were no longer one console homes, and that was what Nintendo was relying on, and they did super well out of it. The Wii was formally discontinued in October 2013, although the Wii Mini was made until 2017. And that is our little look back at the Wii. What are you?
I'm just laughing at the memes that Braden's got running in the corner. I was going to bring it up. There's one of my favorite edits is there's a little girl on a swing in a park and she falls off backwards and rolls into the pins in Wii bowling.
God, let me find it.
It's so funny. It's one of my favorite video clips
Really?
ever.
Are we becoming a meme show?
Yeah, I think so.
Floppy would never allow this.
Oh my god.
That was the most evil laugh
That
I've
was
ever
evil.
heard.
Look.
That is pretty funny.
Oh man.
Child pain's funny. Should we look at a little bit of deals? Do you want to take the reins on this one, Anto, or is your iPad gone dead?
My tablet's died, which is
Awesome.
why I was like, ah!
Well, I guess I'll be doing the deals this time around. So for the Switch, usually at $60, we've got the spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie Ukulele, and it's only $15. At the moment, the Switch has got a huge amount of Black Friday deals. So get on there. I think there's something like 1,000 games have been discounted, like 30, 40, 50%. So jump on there after you finish watching this and have a look at what games are out there. Also, I just want to point out Floppy made these deals this week, as he always does. These are not my choices.
These are Floppy's tastes.
These are Floppy's choices. So usually $45. MotoGP 19 is only $9. There you go. If you like real cars.
Ben, I hate to break it to you.
Pretty sure
What?
MotoGP is not real cars.
Oh, it's motorcycles,
It is
isn't it?
motorcycles. Look at those two-wheel cars.
Well, yeah, exactly. Two-wheel cars coming at you.
Just do what they did with the Wii and duct tape 2 GameCubes together. Do it with the bikes and you've got a car.
On the PlayStation, we've got Gravity Rush Remastered, usually $45, now at $22. And Red Dead Revolver, that classic game, usually $22, now $13. Still overpriced.
Yeah.
You played that, Braden?
Red Dead Revolver.
Yeah.
I remember playing the first 20 minutes of it, maybe. Mm-hmm. And then I went, nah, this is shit, I'm turning it off.
Anto?
I haven't played Red Dead Revolver, but I cannot recommend
Wow,
Gravity
Red
Rush.
Dead Revolver looks real different from what I remember.
I cannot recommend this, Gravity Rush, enough. It's just a really solid 3D, like fully 3D, 360-degree platformer. It's a real good time.
Yeah?
If you like things like... what's a good example? Something like Ratchet and Clank in terms of collectibles, but with combat that's probably a more toned-down version of something like Bayonetta.
If you like scenes in movies where someone rescues a small, like, adorable animal from a burning fire, it's kind of what happened in Gravity Rush Remastered, because they rescued Gravity Rush from the dying Vita.
Yeah. That's
Poor
a very
Vita.
good way to put it.
Rip Vader.
Yeah, Vita's underrated.
And out on Games Pass on the 30th of November, we have Enel? Evil Genius 2, World Domination. Anyone played that?
Never heard of it.
No,
I have watched someone play it, and I found a cinematic trailer by accident. Whoops.
Whoopsie doodles.
Here we go. This one should be better. It's good fun. It's very, very cute. It's very silly. But it's like a base management game. But you play an evil genius and you have henchmen and you have to build your base out, and it's hidden in like a volcano, and it's good fun. If you're into base building type things.
Well, I mean, that's out on Game Pass, so might as well give it a go. And also, that is out now. That was a sentence. On Game Pass.
Was it?
It was to many who don't study English. Forza Horizon 5, which should have been in the Game of the Year nominations, but wasn't. Poor form. Has anyone cracked open Forza Horizon 5 yet?
Not yet, but I do really want to, because I really enjoyed the last Horizon.
One of the highest rating games of the year so far.
Yeah, I've only heard amazing things, which is really good to hear. And it looks freaking gorgeous.
It does. The downside is I only have an Xbox One,
Right.
so it's not going to look as pretty as I want it to.
But it'll still play.
It'll still
they'll
play,
just
and if it
download
runs at 60 FPS, that's fine, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it should be really good. Yeah, on PC, I hope this completely burns through my graphics card. But it should be all good. But it's beautiful. You can play anything with 4 wheels, including a Mardi Gras float.
Can you play some of those MotoGP?
No, you cannot.
No?
I don't believe you can drive bikes at all. You can race against bikes.
Oh, okay.
There are like dirt bikes and other bikes that you race against, and they
what
jump
about if
around you and stuff.
Tape 2 of them together.
That would be a truck.
So you can't play as trucks?
You can play as trucks.
So why can't I play as 2 taped together MotoGPs?
You can try and split a truck apart.
Would that work?
Maybe.
But then wouldn't it have 4 wheels? So you're going against your own rules, Braden. You're not developing a very believable universe here.
Oh, I know, right? Where's Vin Diesel, damn it?
Yes. It's time for Braden versus the world! Now, for those of you who are joining us for the first time, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Honestly, we do. As I frantically try and find my folder with all the songs in it, I'll try and explain. But considering when I'm not doing 2 things at once, I can barely be legible. Good luck. I have here 4 songs from video games past, present, or future. I will play the first song for an indiscriminate amount of time. It is then up to Braden, representing Braden, to ask a question about that song and from where it appeared. It'll then go over to the world, represented this week by Anto. Back and forth they will go for 5 times, trying to discover where that music came from whence it came. And then if they guess it right, they get a point. If they don't get it right. At the moment, the world is on 36, and Braden is on 36.5.
Now, how many ones do we do again?
4.
We do 4.
We do 4.
Okay, so I should change this now to make sure that it's so it's correct, so I can just chill back and get ready for
For those of you listening to the podcast, Braden's already flying the flag of defeat.
Also, you'll see on the bottom of the screen, I've made a prediction.
Anto is going to win this time. You know, I might not. I might not.
That's true. He may not.
I might surprise everyone by failing miserably.
Anyway, here's the first song chosen by a Patreon supporter, Dylan the Villain.
I know it.
Brayden?
Sweet, you're so sweet.
It sounds funky.
Yep. What's your question?
Who published this game?
Sonic. Anto?
It's Amy Rose's theme from Sonic Adventure.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Is it?
It's Sonic Adventure 1 or 2.
I need a final answer.
Sonic Adventure.
I'm sorry, it's Sonic Adventure 2. Oh!
Pretty sure it's the same song in both games, though.
Yeah, but I specifically said...
That's fine, then.
I was specifically given Sonic Adventure 2. Brayden! You got
won.
it!
Yay!
Yay!
Okay, here we go. Second song. If it plays.
What's popping then? Oh, well, I know it.
Well, there we go.
That was good fun. What type of game is this?
It's an RPG.
Wow.
Anto?
Chrono Trigger.
Yep. You haven't even played that game.
Yes, I have.
Oh, really?
We had this discussion before I started today. I've played it once and finished it once.
Oh, that's right.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Here we go. What are we on there? So, World's on 37. Brayden's on 37.
Dun dun dun.
Song number 3.
I know it.
This is from Michael Towns. Michael Towns giving you this song. Just lazing away on his farm, feeding his old cows, straw in his mouth. Michael Towns. Brayden.
I mean, I know what franchise it's from. I have no freaking clue which game it's from.
I'll need the exact title.
I bet you will. And I bet you're gonna get it. What console was this released on?
I don't know.
Fair enough.
Anto?
I'm going to hazard a guess that it's from the PlayStation 2 version of Kingdom Hearts.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
No, it's
Oh.
Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD Remix. I'm sorry.
They're the same games.
I'm just going with
To be
what the
fair-
song is I've got given.
I specified that I said it was PS2 version, so that's on me.
Yes, there you go. So, Brayden, that point is yours.
God damn.
Wow, that's another one by default. You must be feeling a lot like Floppy at the moment.
Yeah, I feel so much like Floppy. Oh my god, it's great.
Okay. Song number 4, chosen by me, because I'm great. Stopping it there. Question number 1.
I think I know it.
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
So this one's yours.
Oh.
Can I just point out in the chat, Dylan the Villain and Michael Towns, who are our Patreons who chose those 2 songs that Anto got wrong, are celebrating because they beat Anto.
We could argue semantics and say that Kingdom Hearts 1.5 is a separate collective
We
release.
could, but no.
yeah.
I needed the exact title of the song given.
That's fine.
Sorry.
I mean, I can give you the title of the song.
No.
You said title of song, and if that's the
Oh,
case...
look at that. We've already gone past it.
It's Travis Town. Done. There you go.
But
Hey,
it wasn't
Ben.
the title of the game. Yeah, yes, Brad.
My question is it the original? And I wonder if I am on the right track or not.
Hang on. I need to look at the cover.
Oh.
You need to look at... Oh, okay,
not
so it
looking-
might not be that.
I don't think it is
Okay.
the original. Okay. Question number 1. Anto.
What type of game is it?
It's a stealthy game. Bradan? Stealthy action.
Yeah, it is not the game I thought it was then. That's fine.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, dear.
What console was this released on?
This was released on PlayStation 2. 2, I think. Shitballs. PlayStation 2, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, PlayStation 2.
Lock it in, Eddie.
Anto, question number 2. Good. Dead
What do
air.
you play
Good.
as?
You play as a person. Being all stealthy.
That's not as specific as I was hoping for.
Fair enough.
Oh,
fair
you
enough.
gotta make those pointy questions more pointed.
Hmm.
Sharpen the ends. Just really shove it in between the ribs.
Could you describe one of the bad guys?
Not so much a bad guy. But he's pretty good. Question number 3.
Hang on, it's my question, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, cool. I wasn't sure. I'm just gonna throw a guess out because
No, keep it going. You got more guesses.
yeah, I know, but I don't
And
want Braden to get it.
No, it doesn't matter. Just try and narrow it down. Come on, don't give up. You're representing the world. The world doesn't want you to give up, even though they were berating you earlier.
Is it?
Ask questions.
Is it part of a re-release?
No. Question number 4, Braden.
Okay. What's the setting?
Jungle-y.
Okay.
Question number 4, world.
Just gonna throw it out there. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater.
Yep.
Oh,
That was my next guess. So.
Yes, it is.
Oh, there it is.
damn.
Listen to this. This is the whole reason that I stopped it here.
Yeah.
Because they're just like, oh, what's this? And then,
Yeah.
Yep.
I would have got it at that.
I was
straight away.
honest to God between Metal Gear Solid and Psychonauts.
oh.
I can
'Cause
hear that
That
for
sounds
sure.
a lot like Psychonauts
Yeah,
music.
but sounds
yeah.
like just for campground music.
Yeah, it's Campgrounds.
See, the cover I've got here isn't the Metal Gear Solid 3 cover. And I thought, did Metal Gear Solid 3 have a Substance as well? It did, didn't it?
It
It did, yes.
Yeah, so I think that's from Substance. Anyway, at the end of that, Braydan versus the World, we're all tied up. World's on 98. World's on 38, and Braydan's on 38. Before we go into our end of show festivities, I just want to announce that, yes, we are having a big end of show spectacular with a special guest this year. But that show coming on December 17th will also be the grand finale swan song of Braydan versus the World. That's right. We're wrapping it up. But don't worry, a new game will appear in its place in 2022. So,
Gee, Anthony
Please
didn't
be
win
excited.
here we go.
Okay, Square Enix.
Be sure to tune in as the trophy's on the line. I'll have to get it out of the shed.
that. Wait, we actually got a trophy.
We've got a trophy.
Oh my
We've got a trophy. And whoever wins gets that trophy. Because I don't want it here anymore.
It's taking up space.
But we have been Hack the Dino. This has been our gaming cast. I have been Ben Rosenthal and will continue to be Ben Rosenthal until the FBI finds those tapes, in which case I'll be Senor Rosenhill. Hello, I'm Senor Rosenhill. I'm from ye olde Mexico, where we all have moustaches.
Yeah.
Anto,
Hello, I've been Anthony, or Anto as most people know me.
who are you going to be when the FBI comes for you?
Well, I mean, if the FBI comes for me, I probably won't be anyone.
No?
I'd imagine they'll erase my existence and I'll be.
They have been
thrown
known to... No,
somewhere.
it's the CIA.
Yeah. I mean, CIA
CIA
is
is
probably more
nothing.
relevant.
Yeah. What do you do?
I do stuff and things. Play video games, but I also am in charge of social media for all of us. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. I think that's it. Is
Oh,
it
really?
just the 4? I can't remember.
Oh, it's
I should probably
Instagram.
know this. Hey.
Probably. But I wouldn't worry too much about it.
But yeah, the main ones that I deal with are Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So you'll see us post little random updates, news, rumors, reveals, that sort of thing.
Oh, Facebook, that evil democracy destroying marketplace.
Meta. Yeah, the only other thing I want to shout out this week is tomorrow I will be starting a weekly Pokemon stream. So I will be doing a Nuzlocke run of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond starting tomorrow at 6 p.m.
That is tomorrow. And for anyone who's not listening to this on the day, go back to twitch.tv/HackTheDino. Check it out there. We'll also put the VODs up over on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/HackTheDino for you to check up afterwards. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe, all those other YouTube type things.
Anyone who comes to watch gets to name my Pokemon.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Sweet. I'm gonna jump in and name one.
Do it.
Brayden.
Hello. How are you?
What? Hello.
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 Wow, Cat Empire
Hello,
hate playing that song. They hate playing that song
Do you know why?
because
It's trash.
it's one of their worst songs.
It's a bad
but it's their one that
song.
blew up.
Don't know why.
Oh, bless. If you want more music trivia, you're not going to find it here. Millennial Movie Talk is a podcast I do with some of my friends. We recently saw Eternals, and they went and saw the new James Bond.
What did you think of Eternals, Brayden?
I haven't seen it twice. I liked it, but it's got issues.
What are those issues? Are the issues that it's a bad film?
Well, there are some issues.
It's a bad film.
It's beautiful.
It looks great.
Yeah.
I saw it as well with Jazz. Like, she really wanted to see it. I could give or take it because being a comic book reader for many, many years, I was aware of the Eternals and was aware that they were a bunch of boring characters who no one really cares about. But, Marvel's done some stuff to, try and make them more interesting. This time round, they got someone who's pretty devoid of charisma to play the lead role. And as such, the romantic force that was driving the plot forward was just not there.
Yes, it is better than Black Widow.
Black Widow.
Oh, yeah. What'd you think of that?
I mean, Black Widow is just a testament to the fact that it should have come out 5 years ago.
Yep.
Like, it would have been great 5 years ago.
Yeah.
The only thing pulling it through was Florence Pugh as her sister.
Do you know what they really missed the boat on with Black Widow?
Black Widow.
Black Widow. Red Guardian, is that his name?
Yep.
He was going on about how he beat Captain America, and people going, oh, yeah, sure you did. You never beat him. Surely they should have got Taskmaster to fight him using Captain America's moves as his final payoff.
Should have.
Yeah.
Like, surely, doesn't that make logical sense?
They even got to fight each other a tiny bit, and they just did nothing with it.
Yeah.
Also, and then they could have brought in the fact that in Falcon and Winter Soldier, we get to see that there's been this other guy who was Captain America for a little bit back in the day, and they kept it hush-hush. So it makes sense for why he was fighting a Captain America, even though Captain America was still in the ice, because he was actually fighting the black Captain America, who...
Isaiah Bradley. No, so Isaiah Bradley was a test subject before they gave it to Chris Evans or Steve Rogers.
No, Chris Evans.
Oh, yeah, sure, same thing. Ridiculous.
Yep.
But Eternals, don't bother.
Yeah.
They say, Eternals will return. They won't return.
Not in their own movie.
No,
not in the own movie at all. But if you want to hear us talk about the spoilers of both Eternals and the new James Bond, which turns out there's a lot, you can go find that there. And we also chatted. What was the most recent thing that we talked about on there? Oh, we talked about Scarface because none of us had ever seen it, so that was our classic call out.
What'd you think of that?
And then it was good. I'm never gonna watch it again. It's very just a lot.
Overt.
Yeah, it's I think Alex described it as The Godfather for people who don't like cinema. That's
a pretty good description.
That's right.
It's a pretty good box quote. So I'll pay that to him. It was really good. But it's been a fun show. So you can go check it out. It's good fun.
Millennial Movie Talk. And you can see stuff that I do on Instagram as well, but I haven't done much because, quite frankly, it's getting to the busy time of work, and I need to work when I'm at work and not go on social media.
Yeah, life
Life
gets
finds
in
a
the
way to stop me from posting stupid art over on Bad Game Arts.
Hey.
So you haven't been there recently. That's okay. I haven't updated much anything. I've started using the... we're given the suggestion to start putting little short videos up. So I've done some of them on Bad Game Arts as well. You can find us over at Instagram at Bad Game Arts. Some of the classic covers there, such as Bad Cat. He's a bad cat. You know he's a bad cat because he's standing there with a bandana and a denim jacket and glasses.
He looks like Max Scoville.
He does, doesn't he? Look, what are some of the bad things that Bad Cat's doing, Brayden?
It appears that he is... I don't even know what that first one is. This one, he's standing next to a dumpster.
Ooh.
On this one, it looks like he's jumping up and down.
Such a bad cat.
And then it looks like he's on a balloon, maybe, but he looks scared in that one. So I don't know why he's a bad cat in that one.
He's just a
And
bad
then
cat.
I can't tell what this spray can says, but it looks like it says something Ack and then Ray.
Ack-Ray.
I don't know.
It could be just black paint
Black-Grey.
or
Or
something. I can't really see it from here behind the
black
tripod.
spray, maybe?
Yeah, black
Yeah?
spray. Even though yellow is the predominant colour that he's graffitied on the
And
wall.
this rat down here looks like he's just concerned for the bad cat because he's not getting a good education. And he,
Is that a lighter in Bad Cat's hand?
It looks like a Zippo.
No, it looks like a Twinkie.
Oh, okay. Whoa, Bad Cat.
Bad cat.
Bad Cat.
Cats can't have Twinkies.
Bad. You shouldn't eat that, Bad Cat. What else we
He's,
got
he's
there?
also got he's got a bracelet made up of those little magnetic beads you'd play with as a kid.
Oh, Bad Cat. He's the baddest cat.
Oh man, that's
He
terrible.
might even ride a skateboard on the sidewalk.
So bad.
So head on over to @BadGameArts if you want to see more of Bad Cat or any of the other horrible, disgusting, and hilarious
We're not going to look at Sword Butt Guy again, are we?
bad game art. No, there's more than enough sword butt on this thing. Oh, there's a sword butt.
Yeah, there's Sword Butt Guy.
There's me talking about all the things that sword butt guy does, like hold a sword in his butt cheeks. Isn't that fun? Anyway, you can be sure to check us out on hackthedino.com, where you can listen to our podcast, you can subscribe to us on a podcast, and you can also leave us a review. A 5-star review and a little comment helps us beat the algorithm into a bloody pulp, and then take it home and store it in our fridge for a while until the smell slowly starts to go away, and then we can grind it up and make sausage. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how the sausage is made.
I'm starting to understand why you're concerned the FBI are going to take you away.
Oh, no, they know. They're good sausage makers. But be sure, hackthedino.com, twitch.tv/hackthedino, or youtube.com/hackthedino. Braden, do you have any last words for our friends and family?
Thanks.
For your butts.